Someone once beautifully said, a person's true character is not revealed when they have nothing, but when they are given a chance to have everything. Hello everyone, I am RJ Salma and welcome to another heart touching inspiration story. Have you ever thought that sometimes life brings us to a point where just one decision can completely change our future? Today's story is about a man who spent his whole life being honest, but one moment of greed took away something he had never even imagined. So let's begin today's story. Many years ago, in a small town, there lived a young man named Rohan. Rohan was hardworking, but life was never easy for him. Every morning he would leave home searching for work, wander the streets all the day, the return home tired and empty handed by evening. Poverty had made his life difficult, but it could never take away his honesty. One evening, while returning home sadly, he suddenly heard a weak voice from behind. Son, can you help me? Rohan returned around and saw an old man standing beside the road with three large and heavy bags. The old man said softly, I need to go to the next village. I can carry two of these bags, but the third one is too heavy. If you carry it for me, I will give you 3 gold coins. Even though Rohan was poor, he believed in earning through hard work, so he immediately agreed. But the moment he lifted the bag, he was shocked. Oh, this is extremely heavy. The old man smiled gently and replied, Yes, because it is filled with bronze coin. Rohan picked up the bag and started walking. As they continued their journey, Rohan noticed that the old man kept looking at him again and again. Rohan thought to himself, maybe he is afraid that I will run away with the bag, but I am not that kind of person. After some time, they reached a deep river. Without hesitation, Rohan stepped into the water, but the old man stopped at the river bank. He said nervously, Son, I am too old to cross this river carrying these bags. If you carry one more bag for me, I will give you 3 more gold coins. Rohan agreed again. But just as he reached for a second bag, the old man stopped him. Hearing this hurt Rohan a little. He replied angrily, Do I look like a thief to you? I may be poor, but I would never sell my honesty. Then he picked up the second bag and crossed the river. At this point, Rohan felt proud of himself and his honesty. After walking a little further, they reached a steep mountain. Rohan slowly started climbing it, but once again the old man stopped behind. In a tired voice, he said, Son, I am too weak to climb this mountain carrying the last bag. Could you carry it as well? Rohan became slightly irritated, but he still agreed. Then the old man hesitated and said, But this bag contains gold coin. If you run away, I won't even be able to catch you. At that moment, Rohan's self-respect rose within him. He said firmly, I have rejected many opportunities in life just because they were wrong. I can lose while being honest, but I never want to win through dishonesty. The old man smiled and handed him the third bag. All right, son, you go ahead and wait for me after crossing the mountain. I will come slowly. Now Rohan was alone. All 3 bags were on his shoulder. As he climbed the mountain, suddenly a thought entered his mind. What if I run away with all these bags? That old man will never be able to catch me. Slowly, greed began to take over his heart. So much gold, so much wealth, all my poverty will disappear forever. I will never have to struggle again. And friends, this was the moment Rohan lost. Years of honesty were destroyed by a single moment of greed. Without looking back, Rohan ran away with all three bags. Breathing heavily, he finally reached home. His hands were trembling with excitement. Quickly, he opened the first bag. But the moment he looked inside, it felt as if the ground beneath him had vanished. There was no bronze, no silver, no gold. The bags were filled only with the ordinary stones. Rohan panicked. He opened the other bags too, but they were also full of stones. Then, inside the last bag, he noticed a letter with trembling hands. He opened it. I am the king of this kingdom. I have no family and no heir. I was searching for a truly honest person, someone worthy enough to become my son and the next king of this kingdom. You had passed every test, but in the final moment you lost to your own greed. If you had not run away today, you would have been the next king. As soon as Rohan finished reading the letter, his hands began shaking. The letter slipped from his fingers and fell to the ground. He collapsed onto the floor and cried bitterly. Friends, many times in life we do not lose our biggest dream because we are weak. We lose them because for one moment we fail to control our desire. Always remember, every wrong action first begins as a small thought. That thought becomes a decision. Decision becomes a habit, and habit shape our future. So the next time life offers you a shortcut or temptation, pause a moment and ask yourself, am I losing myself just to gain something else? Because true success is not measured by wealth but by the honesty of your character. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like and share the video. And for more heart-touching inspirational stories, subscribe to the channel. I will see you again in the next story. Until then, remember, honesty may reward you late, but when it does, it can change your entire life. Bye bye. Shab Khair.